Today on the channel, we step into the Octagon once again with Series 2 Octagon Fighters from PMI Toys and Sean O'Malley.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and we'll go back to the channel for another Octagon Fighters unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got from PMI Toys, Series 2, Sean O'Malley. But for all your Sean O'Malley needs, I guess Walmart. More on that in a second, but for everything else under the sun, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15%. Got to get a deal out there. And the PMI Toys, no stranger to this channel. We've unboxed a bunch of different blind bags from them. We've seen different stylized figures. We've even seen really mini figures, but this time we're almost to the scale we're used to with maybe WWE Elites and things like that, with a bit of a twist, as we're going to get into it, of course, in this very video. But PMI Toys, apparently no rest for them. So many different figures, so many different UFC scales and things at a very reasonable price point. I'll tell you, this one at Walmart was about $16 and change after tax. That's pretty reasonable for an action figure in this day and age, where we're used to paying, I don't know, $22 up to $70, $80 sometimes for action figures. That being said, looks to be limited articulation here, so that should knock the price down a little bit. But if you're looking for a more playable scale, that's what I'll call this one, playable scale UFC, this might be a best bet for you. So we'll see. We're going to dive into it. We're going to find out what all the fuss is about, as we usually do. So without further ado, let's check out the packaging. Not sure if this will be available anywhere but Walmart. I guess time will tell. Walmart doing a new reset. Back by the TVs, Todd. Back by the TVs. They're resetting stuff. Moving the aisle. For most of the stores, I've moved a couple of aisles over. Is what it is. But I've seen this at one of the stores so far, and it is very interesting to see this new scale from PMI Toys. A lot going on over there, as I did say. But very typical packaging, almost elite style packaging from the WWE line, you could almost say as well. Sean O'Malley there, got the American flag in the background. UFC logo at the top. Octagon Fighters. Series 2, I don't recall ever seeing Series 1. Did we jump to Series 2 ahead of Series 1? I'm not exactly sure. I should also point out we're going to do some comparisons to the AEW Jazzwares. AEW, how about just Jazzwares UFC style figures and the Jakks UFC style figures of the old. I had to go through the mental Rolodex there a little bit. We'll do some comparison to similar scaled figures. UFC logo right here. Once again, Octagon Fighters. Sean O'Malley, PMI Toys, includes 2 personalized accessories. Got the glamour shot on him as well. Sean O'Malley, UFC. Full-on glamour shot over here. It's a guy who likes to spend some time in a tattoo parlor, apparently. Cross-sell down below as well. Glamour shot, and then a little bit of readout. Let's see what it says about our friend Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley went from a small-town Montana kid, not an Irish kid with that last name, Montana kid. Oh yeah, Montana, beautiful this time of year. Big sky country. You're getting a ranch out there. It's between Arizona and Canada. It's true. It all checks out. Top and farther from the couch, ladies and gentlemen. Small town Montana kid to one of UFC's most electrifying stars, pairing creative precision striking with a charismatic presence that made the Sugar Show. Yeah, they call you the Sugar Show sometimes. Todd and I, we prefer the Shoe Show, technically, if you're going to just to get a specific on it, right, Todd? But the Sugar Show, a global attraction. He climbed the bantamweight ranks with highlight finishes, slick counter shots, eventually claiming the bantamweight title and becoming a major fan favorite. Record 18-3, age 31, height 5'11", reach 72, born in Helena, Montana, fighting out of Glendale, Arizona, though. Not a lot of competition in Montana to fight with. You got to go to Arizona, down to Glendale. UFC fighters to collect: Kayla Harrison, Merab Davilashvili, of course, and Israeli Adesanya, of course. I've seen Israeli out there in the stores, but I haven't seen the other two dangling about. Very interesting here. PMI Toys, let's get down to business. Let's see what's going on. Very cool. We do get the American flag. Perfect for Memorial Day. Little nice background there. A little event, probably in Vegas. See you later, shuffle. Goodbye. Nice flag right here. Looks very similar to what we got with the Jazzwares brand once upon a time. But always nice to get this American flag. Put it with your Hacksaw Jim Duggan. See you later. Oh, what are we doing? See you later. Oh my gosh. 0 for 2. Third time's the charm. See you later. Goodbye. But you do get the American flag here. You can use this with your G.I. Joe characters. I wouldn't put it with Duke. He's basically a terrorist. But I would put it with Flint for sure. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Choose your own American flag adventure if need be. Diving into the figure, not a lot going on here. No twist ties, anything like that. You do get 2 UFC Octagon style gloves ready for the cage. You're going to be Rage in the cage. And then you got that going on. Like a young Greg Gagne, the Rage in the cage once upon a time. We'll never forget. He wanted Brody. He wanted Brody in that cage. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. Let's get down to business. So we do get these 2 accessories. If I'm not mistaken, these are part of their blind bags that were in kind of those bags. I guess it was truly a blind bag. I just put that together in my head. But it was kind of like a punching bag. You open it up, there was accessories, a little figure, and I think these were part of that along the way, if I'm not mistaken. Just straight up UFC gloves. Would be great if they fit, but they're just kind of for show is all they are. So you do get these 2 gloves. Is what it is. Didn't really need those. And then you get the figure itself, which is interesting here. Some interesting stuff I like and some stuff I do not like about this one. I think the head sculpt looks pretty good. A little bit brighter in the pink hair, but hey, he just got it recently dyed, we'll call it. You got the beard going on there. You got 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. He's playing those human hits. Not terrible there. Very plasticky shine in the face. It is a cheaper plastic. It's not super detailed like an Elite or something like that from WWE line. But he gets the point home. He gets the point across. And I will say the plastic does feel and look a lot like some of the other PMI toys, UFC figures we've had over the last couple of years. But I think the head sculpt looks good. Even got those face tattoos, which is always a bold move in this day and age. A bold move. Shout out to him. Once you go face tattoos, you've committed. You've committed, and you got to appreciate somebody that commits to something like that. For good or for bad, they're committed, no doubt. But looking good. It's an okay face sculpt. Down into the neck, got the tattoos continuing on. I guess tattoos on the arms, the abs, all over the place. UFC fighters love a good tattoo, as we know. Tattoos on the back. I'm not super familiar with his tattoos. I've never got up with the magnifying glass to look at them, but we'll say it's right. We'll say this is the way it's supposed to go. Got the bare chest on him here, and then you do get the UFC tights trunks down here, I guess. UFC logo all over. The purple and black, pink and black attack. Kyle, get your colors right. Pink and black attack here. You got Venom on the back, so a little sponsor action. Got the black UFC gloves here. He looks like maybe a 2026 member of the Heart Foundation. If the Heart Foundation was still going strong in this day and age, he might be a member. But does look good. You do look good there. You got bare legs down to the bare feet. Obviously, he's fighting in the cage. Not going to have shoes or socks on. Now, articulation is where this gets very interesting. We get the head back and forth, side to side, up and down. You do get the arms up and down, all the way around on the arms. No waist articulation, no leg articulation. So you got articulation in the head, arms all the way around, single jointed elbows, wrist. Nope, no wrist. So not a lot of articulation. And I think when you think of a UFC fighter, you think maybe I need a little bit extra articulation. The arms are good. I think that's fine. Gets the point across with the elbow. Fists of Fury makes a lot of sense. But I feel like we need waist. I don't know if we needed ab crunch, but waist would have been nice. And any kind of leg articulation, especially at the knees, would have been nice all the way down to the ankle. So in a lot of ways, it's kind of a statue. You're not going to really be able to have some kicks and some leg locks, things like that going on. You're kind of stuck to what it is. However, you could almost say constant learning, constant improvement as we start off with all these blind bag stuff, these very stoic little figures of all different shapes and sizes. We're working our way up to a more traditional scale, just not working our way into the articulation at this point right here. But it is an interesting look. I do like the upper half. I mean, the upper half is very nice for what it is, especially the price point, around $16. We know how expensive figures are in this day and age. Feels good, feels okay. It's the lower half. If we could have just got articulation in the knees, I think that's the missing piece here. Obviously, you could go to the ultimate articulation. You go to a whole nother level. But at that price point, you're not going to get that. So you just kind of got to justify it in your mind a little bit here. No holes in the feet, so no stand's going to be involved. It's okay. For what it is, for $16, if you're a huge UFC fan, this could be barking up your tree. For me, I wanted to see more about what it was. Could this be adopted to other toy lines in the future? Are we going to get this more in the future? Could we get UFC Legends in the future? Could I finally get Boss Rudin? Can we get Boss Rudin? Can we get Don the Predator Fry? I'll take Chuck Liddell. I'll even take Tito Ortiz at this point here. Yep, Matt Hughes. We'll take Matt Hughes. We'll take anybody from that Militich team. We're not taking Tim Sylvia, though. We don't want Tim Sylvia. We don't want him. But give me the Vanderlei Silvas. Give me the Fedor Emelianenkos of the world. I'll take any of those guys. I'll take any of them. Give me Kevin the Monster Randleman. I'll take Mark Kerr, Mark Coleman. Sure, give me the Mark brothers. And I'll even take more updated modern-day talent here. But I don't foresee myself jumping too much more into it in this form factor here, unless there's some legends involved. But all in all, very interesting, and it is even more interesting. This is a surprise. I didn't even know these existed. Walking to my local Walmart, here they are. Something pretty fun about seeing a new toy line that you weren't expecting, you didn't even know existed, kind of transported me back to my childhood in a lot of ways before the internet. So that is definitely fun. And kudos to the PMI team, giving different style figures all over the place. Seems like something's coming out at all times. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. I think that's good business on their part. Would love to see them to continue to make more detailed figures in the future, but we'll see where that goes. I do got a Jacob Fatu right here. You can see that scale difference. Whole nother world of scale difference right here between these, but we're not done. Speaking scale differences, how about we get the Jazzwares figures once upon a time? Unfortunately, another line that just didn't work so hot for UFC, but it is the Jazzwares style figures. You can see once again, not even working, not even really in the same wheelhouse at all. And last, but certainly not least for sure, the greatest of all time, one of my spirit animal out there. If I could meet any famous person that I've never met in my life right now that is alive, it would be this man right here. Boss Rutan, El Guapo himself, in all-timer. If you don't know the history of El Guapo, look that bad boy up. His early Pancrase stuff was just next level into the UFC, winning the title. Man, oh man, big moments for young Kyle once upon a time following Boss Rutan's career. Still my favorite to this day. Absolutely love him. Wish we could get some more Boss Rutan. Can we get a big rubber guy Boss Rutan? Please. But interesting. At the end of the day, very cool. Like what PMI is attempting here. I think there's room to move it up another notch or two. And man, can you imagine if we got a little bit more articulation? And even if it was $19.99, they might have some buyers or they might not. You never know how it would go with UFC. It just feels to me, as we've talked about many times on the channel over the years, there's a lot of UFC fans, but it feels like their fan base isn't willing to take that next step into action figures like a wrestling fan is willing to do. For whatever reason, that's one of the big differences between the fan bases for sure, among many others as well. But there it is, PMI Toys. Sean O'Malley, be interested in your thoughts on Sean O'Malley. You a big Montana fan? You been to Montana? Big Sky Country? Let me know your thoughts on Montana. Let me know your thoughts on Sean O'Malley, and let me know your thoughts on these PMI figures. Are you in on these? Are you hoping they do more? What's your thoughts here? Let me know in the comments down below. If you made it this far, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. You know we got new unboxings every day for you. We got 2 YouTube channels to do it. Make sure you subscribe to both of them. Check out YouTube channel memberships and check out the Patreon, the best way to support the channel. Plenty of content to keep you busy. Early access to all the videos, my podcast, glamour shots, giveaways, Q&As, you name it. It's all going down over there on Patreon. And of course, don't forget Sir Paul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, available every Tuesday wherever podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for Sean O'Malley, PMI Toys, Octagon Fighter Series 2 UFC, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?